welcome back to Follow Through. Happy Monday edition of this Follow Through show. My name is Daxon Crow, and you can follow me on Instagram at Daxon Crow. You can follow Eli, one of my co-hosts, at Eli McCoy61. You can follow my other co-host, Clay, at Clay2Mac. And you can follow the Slim Jim Man, the co-host extraordinaire, at BlakeMC02. You can follow us on Instagram at Follow Through Show, Twitter at FT Through Show, TikTok at Follow Through Show, Facebook at Follow Through, which is for what?
Your parents.
Email us at followthrough.podcast at gmail.com. We got NFL Week 3 recap, Sure Thing or Sham, College Football Week 4 recap, and Hot in Here. Welcome to Follow Through, and I want to start off with a huge announcement. If you look on my head, you see 91.9 FM, The Owl, WOWL, and we want to announce that we have partnered up with the Eagle Radio Group to join their app.
Let's go.
You can now listen to Follow Through on the Eagle Radio Group app. That's the preferred way to listen to Follow Through. You can still listen on Apple and Spotify. You can watch on YouTube. But we have joined the Owl, WOWL 91.9, the Eagle Radio Group app. You'll be seeing a lot of stuff we're doing with them. We've got a lot of partnerships that's going to be happening with them, and we've got a lot of growth that we're going to see in the future. It's not all coming on just yet, but paying attention, because there's something huge coming soon in the future. But Follow Through is now a member of the Eagle Radio Group app, and that's where we prefer for you to listen. So big time announcement to start us off on this week's show, and I couldn't be more excited and happier to be joining such a great group of people in the Eagle Radio Group app.
Caw. Is that what an eagle makes?
A call. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and start. We shoot on Sundays for these Monday episodes, and let's go ahead and start off with what Sundays are for other than Jesus, NFL football.
Yes.
NFL Week 3 recap. Woo, our bold predictions, some of them came true, some of them did not. Now let's go ahead and start with Blake's. Zach Wilson, the man, the myth, the pick artist. Go ahead and give us some stats, Blake.
I kind of felt good the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then the Broncos just completely drove down the field. Teddy Bridgewater, 19 and 25, 235 yards. They absolutely killed the Jets. Zach Wilson had 2 picks, didn't throw a touchdown at all, which the 2 picks were late. So, I almost had the picks right, but then he just threw straight
You went with the picks and the win, though.
Yeah, but I thought I could at least get half of it.
No chance. I mean, that wouldn't have been bad if you'd got half of it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't blame you for that.
Thing that's sticking out to me right now is the big fat 0 on the scoreboard. 26 to nothing.
Yeah. I look. Jets. I mean, Jets. Jets are going to be going CRY for the rest of this season. They're going to be crying.
It's about time to start the discussion. Well, maybe it's early.
Okay, look,
but I'm going to bring it up.
You got to give them a year.
I'm going to bring it up. Are we going 0-17? Is it?
Yeah, but here's the deal. Who are you taking in this draft?
It is early, in my opinion.
I'm just saying, they have shown absolutely nothing. No, usually with these rookie quarterbacks and just young teams in general,
they'll give you a spark.
Well, yes, and you can have these games that you can almost say build off of. Okay, well, we didn't win, but we did this pretty good, and so we can build off that and improve. I don't think there's anything to build off of here.
Well, here's the deal.
There's no foundation whatsoever.
They're already predicting the Jets as the number 1 overall pick. Is Kayvon Thibodeau really going to make that great of an impact for this team? He's a D end. And no offense to Kayvon Thibodeau, he's a great once-in-a-generational talent. But you don't need that. You need something that's going to make this great. I mean,
you've just been so bad for so long. I don't know.
I don't know what does it to flip it around.
I wish I had the answer to say, you can do this, and this is a start. But I don't know. It's just everything about the franchise is just bad.
Or could you take the really sexy pick of Evan O'Neal at O-line at number 1?
I don't know.
Or Derek Stingley Jr., who's gotten absolutely sauced in every major game he's played in.
Dang.
Other than the national championship, and we've clearly seen Clemson's offensive scheme is really great. You just had Trevor Lawrence, a once-in-a-generational quarterback. Eli, you brought this up before the podcast, or was it Blake? Talking about Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson. If you put them on opposite teams, is it much different? I don't know. I really don't.
They're bad either side.
I agree. And I would argue Trevor Lawrence has more weapons and on the at receiver,
Marvin Jones Jr.
at receiver,
Westbrook, still?
DJ Chark.
I mean,
James
Chenault.
Robinson's pretty good. Chenault. I mean, look in New York.
he had Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a absolute train wreck. I mean, today I had Noah Fant, so I'm keeping up with the game, and it's just like zero. Noah Fant is back on offense. Denver drive, touchdown, field goal, kick it back to him, 3 and out. I mean, it is insane. Like,
Pitiful.
I'm telling you,
think they're going to change the script every year and like get something going, maybe just win a couple of ball games, and they never do.
a fantasy strategy I haven't tried yet. I might need to next year is pick people in the AFC East. Because when it becomes division ball, you got to play the Jets 2 times a year.
Yeah.
I was keeping up with them because I was playing against Denver's defense, and I just kept seeing those points rise after every few minutes. And I kept seeing that 0 on the scoreboard, and then those interceptions. So I don't know, man. Them and Jacksonville, honestly, is it possible we're going to have the same 2 teams picking 1 and 2?
Let me tell you,
Yeah.
death, taxes, and the Jets sucking.
Yep.
That is about as good as it gets there.
Dang.
Speaking of teams that aren't projected to be good, poor Lions, man.
Dude,
Heartbreak
66-yard
today.
doink field goal.
And
to
it
lose.
should have been a delay of game.
They deserve to win the game today.
They did.
So I mean,
But did y'all see the play that they ran where freaking their running back tried tossing it back to Jared Goff and threw an interception
Oh, my.
to the Ravens? I mean,
Absolutely.
I think that they're going to be. I think Dan Campbell will be a good coach. I really do.
Yeah.
Give them time. Jared Goff. I like Jared Goff. He needs time in the system. I was listening to Eli Manning. Sorry, I was blanking between him and Peyton. I was listening to him on the Pat McAfee show. We shout out our sources, you dumb talking heads. So I'm watching him interview on Pat McAfee, and he talks about how, for Jared Goff, people really need to, because, they had their game the other night, that they need to really back off, because here's the deal. You enter in a new system, plays that you used to call out, like say the play was Candy Bar, for example.
Nice.
And you had Candy Bar in your old system. Well, Candy Bar could be a completely different scheme in this new system. So give him time. I think they have a chance, but man, you gotta hate it for him. I mean,
Today's
all props to Justin Tucker, but
yeah, that was ridiculous.
That
I mean,
was
that is
insane.
insane. That's almost like
the record was 64, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, indoors. I mean, that's the best shot you're going to get at it.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is he just now did it. You would have thought it had been a few years back. I mean,
Yeah.
You would say he's on the decline of his career right now, and he's making this 66-yard field goal. It's very impressive.
best in the game. That was
He
incredible.
is. Well, let's talk about the 2 best QBs potentially in the game right now, not named Tom Brady. Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes.
Did we call it? I mean,
Did we call it or what?
I mean,
I wasn't expecting that. I did not think there was any way Mahomes lost back to back.
especially in September, because he never lost an NFL game in September.
Well, okay, let's talk about this score breakdown for the Chargers. They both go 0 in the first.
Yep.
Chargers go put up 14 in the second. KC puts up 3. Then they go flat.
Right.
Then the Chiefs put up 14, and then of course the Chargers score 16 in the fourth. And
I
they
was
look
impressed.
clean while
I was
doing
impressed.
it. Justin Herbert 26 for 38, 281 yards and 4 tutties.
I was very impressed. They needed that.
Stud.
Would you like to read off?
division?
Would you like to read off Patrick Mahomes' interceptions? 2.
In September. This is not
September.
normal. They're 1 and 2 and the 4th in the division right now, which that probably won't stay like that.
No.
But it is very it's eye
Yeah,
catching.
I mean when you look on Google and look at that division and you see the Kansas City Chiefs are sitting there at the bottom, that's just not something that we've seen in the past 3 years. And I don't know. I mean, I was very impressed with LA today. I thought that was a huge bounce back win, especially after losing last week. But yeah, they were impressive. Justin Herbert, man, he's legit.
And here's the deal, though. Like, Kansas City doesn't play an easy September schedule ever either. I mean, other than the Jaguars and the Lions in previous years, I mean, they play the Ravens and the Raiders. I don't know. I think it's very something is up. It's just they've got to get something going.
You know who was fired up was Ellis. He's a big Herbert stan.
Yeah.
Chargers guy.
Don't
He
even
was
call him a
fired
Herbert
up.
stan at this point. He's a genuine Chargers fan. I
really
asked
is.
him the
I
other
think
day.
he
I
is now.
was like, okay, if Herbert, something like, or we have a buddy named John Michael. He's a big Peyton Manning fin. I mean, as big as Peyton Manning's forehead. And so loves Peyton Manning.
I respect it.
And so he was, pulled from the Colts and then transferred his fandom. And now he's a Broncos fan now, but he pulled for Peyton Manning when he went to the Broncos. I asked Ellis, if Herbert somehow has not a great, time with the Chargers and the contract comes up and he goes somewhere else, are you going to be a Herbert fan somewhere else, or are you going to stay with the Chargers? He said, genuinely, I think I'd stay with the Chargers.
Well, you can say that about me too, because I was an Andrew Luck fan and now I'm suffering as a Colts fan because we're absolutely garbage.
Your offense didn't score 45 yards today. Or
47.
My bad, 47 yards.
Don't cut yourself short.
I'm gonna cut
And
myself
Andrew
short.
Luck didn't go to a different team, so.
In his defense, though,
Dang.
in his defense,
No need for that comment.
Justin Fields did play one of the best defenses in the league, so I will give him that. But Matt Nagy, goodbye, son. Goodbye, my fellow friend.
Texas calling for jobs.
Calling for another one.
Okay, but here's the deal. Am I
No,
the
that's
only one who's
probably
called
true.
for this
No,
job all year?
absolutely
I've
not.
been very defensive of Nagy this whole year, and I'm over it. Climax, let's go and talk your bold prediction.
I would love to talk about my bold prediction.
Yours really, look, the scoreboard looked different, and I'm a Brady stan left and right, but this really wasn't a close game.
Sure wasn't.
No.
Let's go and talk about that game. Climax, go ahead and take away.
Matthew Stafford is so much fun to watch.
He is.
And he's having fun, man. He looks like...
Is he looking comfortable?
He's looking comfortable.
Does he like the new scheme?
I knew as soon as it came
Dark
out of my
horse
mouth,
for
I was gonna
MVP.
be sad.
Dark horse for MVP.
But it's just also my player of the week last week, Cooper Kupp, is still an absolute menace. But Sean McVay, that offense is, that's going to compete with the best of them. That might be the best offense in the league.
I'll tell you what was so foul was when Sean McVay ran down to the end
That's what
zone
I
and
was about to say.
dapped
Yeah.
up Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun, he's running past
He's
people. and
85 years
he's
old and
there.
he's running
He had
past people.
3 plays where he's running like 10 yards past the defenders.
Butt naked open. Just butt naked. My man's a streaker on the field,
Dude.
as far as I'm concerned.
Offensively, McVay is a genius. Like the sets, Cooper Kupp ran a route is incredible. Like you would have to draw this up basically.
Yeah.
And he ran and then they had Robert Woods in at tailback, and they're just mixing up the defense.
Yeah.
And
God, people are doing this
It's
again.
insane.
I think Sean McVay's a bright mind, but here's the deal. If they go out and get smoked this game, we're not blaming Sean McVay for the offense. We're blaming Matt Stafford.
I think just his...
I don't know.
I completely agree with Eli. The way
he is a genius. I agree,
mixes
but-
everybody. It's everybody. You never see the same thing twice. It's always somebody different moving.
Yeah.
They did this without their starting running back today with Darrell Henderson. He was out today. They still did this.
You mean their real starting running back, too, before that? Cam Akers. He's not even there, too.
Yeah, you're really playing with your third
deep.
guy.
Yeah.
I picked them to win, but they exceeded my expectations. Honestly, I was very impressed. I picked this team to be in the Super Bowl. I might have picked this team to win the Super Bowl. Honestly,
Just wanted to point this out there. They were at full capacity today in SoFi, which is impressive for California.
So far.
So
Okay.
they
No.
Oh, shut up. Zach.
I mean, we knew
I
it was
wish I had the
coming.
boo button, but we have too
Yeah,
many
you should
segments
knew that was
today. The capacity there, fun fact, 71,500. They fit 73,205 today.
No.
ESPN with some quick stats. We shout out our
not
sources
to
here.
take away from Brady. I mean, he played a heck of a game.
I said that walking in today.
I love Tom
Statistically,
Brady.
if you take away touchdowns and just go numbers, he went off. I think it was 41 to 55.
55. He is 44 years old, almost 45.
That's insane.
One last thing about this, I just want to say this: Jalen Ramsey is an absolute joy to watch.
Do
play
not mess with
football.
him. Do not mess with
He
him. Oh, my
is-
gosh.
He just does everything almost perfectly.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and nothing really. And I know that being a DB is one of the hardest things to do. But nothing really irks me more than when you see a deep ball and the cornerback never turns around. Every time there's a
any
deep ball,
Auburn football
he
game.
completely turns his head. He plays it beautifully. It's just he's the best corner that we've seen in a long, long time, and just completely.
Arguably since Dion, probably.
He takes the best receiver on the field, and 9 times out of 10 is gonna get the better end of him. So I mean,
Were you going to say Patrick?
I was going to say Darrell Revis.
That's also.
totally
or
forgot about him.
Charles Woodson, too.
Oh, yeah.
and Ramsey still has so much more. Like he has a lot more.
He's got a
seasons
lot of
left,
game.
and
He got a lot of game.
I'm just, it's impressive, man. He plays with his fire. It's like that cocky confidence, and I mean, heck, when you're that good,
Shoot,
do
talk
it,
all you
man.
talk.
Yeah, do. If you can keep backing it up, man, keep doing it. I mean,
I know this is unimportant as I'll get out, but can we talk about how fine his number change is? Great. I
like
love the new number. I absolutely love the new number. Well, that's been our NFL talk. We'll cover a little bit more on Thursday's episode just because we got to wait for the Monday night and to see what the Sunday night game is. Anybody got me a score update from Green Bay?
We got 0-0.
0-0, man. I said it was going to be an offensive show.
Well, they've only been playing for like 3 minutes.
Okay, that makes me feel better. That makes me feel better. So I'm not so far off on another NFL prediction this weekend. Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's Sure Thing or Sham time, and Eli's got Sure Thing or Sham for us today here on the Follow Through Show. You can listen to us on the Eagle Radio app. You can listen to us on Spotify and Apple, and you can watch us on YouTube. Go ahead and hit us with some Sure Thing or
Talk
Sham.
about variety. I mean, we're everywhere.
Having to follow Blake up, I don't know why y'all made me do that after such a good Sure Thing or Sham with the car
I trust you.
classes.
Thank you.
Yeah, Blake,
But I did my best, and this week we're going to go with car models.
Okay.
Is this a real car model or not?
You may think I'm good at this.
I feel
but
like Blake may own
I
this.
feel like I'm about to get
I don't
down.
know.
I feel like I'm about to
I'm
get down.
kind of iffy.
All right. To kick us off, we have the Toyota Asphalt.
Sure thing.
Sham.
Frick.
I got to think about
I don't know
this.
if I want to say that.
Toyota Asphalt.
Can I change my answer?
I mean,
Sham.
okay. Blake, will you keep a total or somebody keep a total? Actually, I can.
I will.
All right.
I'm gonna
You
say
keep up with it. Blake's
I got it,
busy
I got
over
it
there.
right
He's producing.
Toyota Asphalt.
Toyota
Car
Asphalt.
or not a car?
Sham.
Sham.
I think it's a sham.
It's a sham. Good job, guys.
Dubs around the board. Dubs around the board.
That one sounds really.
It sounded really. I reacted
we
way
all
too
have one?
quickly.
Yeah, we all have one.
We all have one.
Out of
good.
10.
Good
Out of
Blake.
10.
Putting it in right here. Okay.
Oh, so you didn't?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Oh, man. He's
No.
choking heavy.
I didn't realize. I got it.
I didn't realize
I got
what
it.
you were laughing about.
I've
Wait.
got two screens now.
What were you laughing at? Okay, move on.
We're going to have to go back and listen. I have no idea what y'all are laughing
I heard-
at.
Just move on.
I heard sus, but that's what I was laughing at.
That's what I was talking about.
Number one in the sus comment for the episode going over to Eli.
All right.
I thought he was just, choking
No,
heavy
I
on the
was-
screen. I
yeah.
saw him deleting the multiple pages. I was like,
was
oh, he's
choking
lost
on-
it.
Well, then me and Clay
Number two.
Eli.
Y'all are welcome.
Awesome. Bonk.
That was good.
Somebody get his
All
license.
right.
Can we check it?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. They don't
Let's
understand
go.
that.
The
He's so
Chevrolet. Y'all are welcome for that content. The Chevrolet Vision.
Ooh,
Sure thing.
Sham.
That sounds too real. Sham.
Sham.
It is a sham.
To me and Clay.
That is correct.
To Blake.
Out.
Give me that.
All right. The third one, we have the Toyota Deli Bar.
Oh,
Sure thing.
Sham.
Sure thing.
deli bar. That's gonna be a sure thing.
Blake,
Sham.
that is a sure thing.
Oh my gosh.
That
Clay and Dax have three. Blake has one who I considered the winner of this when I did it.
It's still early.
I haven't heard.
How
none
have
of
you
these.
never heard of the deli bar?
Yeah,
Number
come on, dude.
4.
My dad drove a deli bar.
Yeah. Okay.
We have, Blake, help me out here. A Suzu?
Suzuki.
No. ISUZU.
Oh, it's
know what I'm
like-
talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Okay.
about. They make box trucks.
The Utility Wizard.
Utility wizard. That sounds real. Sure thing.
Okay.
Utility wizard.
I just made a lovely shot for the camera the way I bit my lip.
Nice.
That's
That's sus.
That's not sus.
A little bit.
Not really.
All right.
Whatsoever. I look extremely ugly in
I'm
that
gonna
shot.
go. Sham.
Clay, you said sure thing.
I did.
Utility wizard. That's got to be a sure thing.
That is a sure thing.
Oh my god.
Blake is awful.
So wrong.
I was
Dax,
expecting
you got,
some
you got
like,
that one right.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
some
my
common
gosh.
names.
Four for four.
I was just sitting
Yeah.
there thinking, like, you've got to be really creative to come up with a utility wizard. So I was like, sure.
You ready?
I'm doing bad.
Chevrolet Celebrity.
Sham.
I'm gonna say sham.
Sure thing.
That is a sure thing.
Oh my god.
5.
correct.
Dax is 4.
I got
Blake is
one.
1. Clay hasn't missed yet.
Yeah.
The Mitsubishi.
The Mitsubishi. Oh gosh, I
Urban-
made it worse.
The Mitsubishi.
sounded so bad.
The Mitsubishi Urban Sandal.
Sham.
Urban sandal.
Sham.
Yes, you're driving an urban sandal.
There's no way there's a car with the word sandal.
Sham.
Sure thing.
I'm gonna say sure thing.
That is a sure thing.
Let's go.
Bee sting.
That is
Dax has
correct.
4, Clay has 6, and Blake has 2.
Solid 2 out here.
Clay, you haven't missed yet, have you?
Nope.
The Mitsubishi, going back to it.
Golly, would you pick
Long lane.
Sham?
Sham.
Sure thing.
That is a sham.
Oh my god.
Let's go. 5. Blake still has
2. Hold down the fort.
All right, Clay, you may be our first ever to go 10 for 10.
You just screwed him. That's like telling a pitcher you're about to throw a perfect game.
All right, we've got the Honda Life Dunk.
Sham.
Sure thing.
Life dunk.
This is the one Clay messes up on.
I'm gonna go sure thing.
It is a sure thing.
Yes.
Gosh.
Oh,
I guess I should just do the same thing as Clay.
That's just cheating. Clay's on a whole other level right now.
3. Clay has 8. Dax has 5, so this is over.
Clay's got 2
We're really
more.
just worried about Clay going.
Perfect.
Yes. We have
We're cheering for him here. I'm pro Clay here.
the Volkswagen Thing.
Sure thing.
Sure thing.
Sham.
That is a sure thing.
Yes.
Clay is 9 for 9.
Oh, baby.
Could he go perfect right here?
Dude, this is going to be absolute depression if he misses this.
Dude, if he misses this,
I'm going
All right.
to...
the very last one too, so that makes it
Only
even
one I
worse.
have. So Mitsubishi, which I think is.
Oh my
Stop
gosh.
using Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi. Just because
Or
your
as
mom
Clay
drives
said-
one.
I think that's tough.
As Clay said, Mitsubishi or something like that.
Mitsubishi.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Lettuce.
Sham.
Mitsubishi
Sham.
lettuce?
Sham.
Mitsubishi lettuce.
Sham.
That's a sham.
That has got to be a sham.
No,
It's a sham.
I'm gonna go sure thing.
Clyde. Oh my gosh. What the freak? What are you doing?
No pressure.
Sure thing.
It's a sure thing.
My God.
Let's go.
Wow.
baby.
Wow.
I am yeah. I think your head's cut off right now.
Wow. That was
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Dude, Clay, that was awesome.
Is
Clay,
it a green
did you
car?
ever did you
Is it
ever-
a green car?
I didn't see a picture.
It's gotta
Did you-
be.
Did you ever doubt yourself on any of them? You're like, that might be wrong.
That was so impressive.
Yes,
those were
but I changed my
tough.
answer. I had the first one and I
Yes, you
switched it
did.
back.
Those were tough.
Those were tough.
I was expecting.
Did me and
something
Blake
like-
finish tied? 5
Oh,
apiece?
I didn't.
I think we
had 5
did.
before, yeah.
Yeah.
I was expecting some that I would maybe like heard of,
God.
but I
I was at
The utility wizard. I want one of those. Check them out.
Well, let's hear a quick word from one of our sponsors. The Eagle Radio Group app, available on iOS and Android, offers all of your favorite Eagle Radio network stations, including 95 and 96.3 The B and 102.9 The Eagle, plus tons of extra channels programmed by our crew and local podcasts from people you trust. The Eagle Radio Group app on the Apple App Store and Google Play. Download it today. You can also listen locally at 91.9 FM WOWL, The Owl. Call.
Oh, no, that's who. Oh.
Who? Ooh. Is there an owl in here?
What?
That's what an owl makes.
You know, if you ever said who back in the day to your parents, they'd be like,
Dude, I swear there's an owl in here.
you know the saying? It's like, your feet fit on an owl's limb. Did y'all ever get hit with that?
Okay.
what?
Did y'all ever get hit with that as a kid?
What is going on in the Underwoods household?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh.
Mitsubishis and stupid jokes.
Yes.
What?
It's awful.
I've never, no idea what you're talking about. College football. Hey.
College football, yes.
Hey.
College football week for a recap. Let's go ahead and start off with number 4, Oklahoma versus West Virginia. I was so close. Oh my gosh, I was so
that was
close.
tough to watch, too.
It was pain. West Virginia had that in control. We snapped the ball 23 yards over the quarterback's head. On another note, though, I will continue to pick against Oklahoma because they are so bad. They are so bad.
I don't know.
I'm glad the AP. You don't know.
don't
They
know.
scored
You don't
16
know.
points against
I don't
West
care.
Virginia.
We can't just call them bad.
They are. They're bad.
Hey, baby.
They're terrible.
If they make
you
it,
gotta win.
if
Clay,
they
what are
make it
they?
in the playoffs,
They're undefeated.
They're 4-0.
That's what I thought.
they're 4-0 in the
They
Big
shouldn't be.
12.
Hey, but
We'll see.
But
I'm not saying they're great.
Hey,
they're
got
4-0.
But they're, you know what they've got coming up? Their arch rival, Kansas
That
State.
is going to
they
be
haven't
a
beaten
heck
3
of
years.
a game.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I was thinking Texas. Sorry,
They
Kansas
have not-
State is a big game.
They have not beat Kansas State in like 3 years. I think it's 2 years in a row for sure. But dude, Kansas State's had their number.
Yeah.
I like Kansas State's quarterback.
I'm pretty sure. Actually, I know for a fact. Last year when I came back on vacation when I was in Oklahoma, me and you watched that game in Umi at lunch on my phone
You
when
remember that,
Jalen.
Clay? You remember that?
Of course. No,
yeah.
I don't remember that. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. But looking at the schedule, they do have Kansas State. But I was looking at the next week. I mean, by the way they've been playing, I mean, heck, you got to take it one game at a time for sure.
Yeah.
But then next week you go for Texas, Red River rivalry. That is a hard thing to say
Yeah,
3
it
times
is.
fast.
Where's it at?
Red River rivalry. Red River
It's in
rivalry.
Dallas.
Oh, gosh.
Is that where it
that what
always
they usually
played?
play?
I thought they
It's played in the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah.
That's right.
really.
And Texas looked good yesterday.
Yes, they did. They looked
Well,
very good.
70 piece.
It was Texas Tech.
Okay, but then,
it was
then
West, it was West Virginia.
That's true. That's a great point.
You got it. I
do
mean,
that.
Okay, so then you defeat your argument that I've just said. They're playing the Big 12 teams. They scored 16 points.
Yeah,
but
They used to blow Big 12 teams out of the water.
it is true.
that was
That's
a very
a
good
sus
save. That was a good save. He
no.
saved it. He saved
I
it.
said 16 points.
He saved it. He saved
right.
it.
Well, I don't even know where the sus was coming in on
Clay,
that
you-
point.
yeah, Eli.
I'm just making
He
sure.
fixed it.
You're just sad that you're down 2-0 in the sus comment count.
Eli's
right
listening
now.
for everything, but that's the game that sticks out for me is the Oklahoma Texas. But like I said, the way they've played recently, you have to beat Kansas State first. So.
And here's the deal. You know it's bad when your own home crowd, which Auburn experienced this yesterday, we're not going to talk about that game, is chanting for a projected number 1 overall pick at the beginning of this year to get out of the game and bring the backup
Yes.
in.
Yeah. I mean, top 5 Heisman candidate at the beginning of the season. It's like,
After the game, oh, yeah, I don't even listen about that. I don't.
Bull crap.
Yeah,
No, whatever.
I didn't hear the 100,000 behind
Yeah.
me saying the fact.
How do you not
that,
do that?
that would stink. I mean, that's tough.
I mean, that is tough. And if you, I mean that
Couldn't happen to a worse guy.
you have to be mentally like tough to be able to deal with that because I know that's hard.
Yeah.
like,
See,
to have
your
to-
own people.
You're getting booed like that, and then he comes out there on offense, and his mentality would be, "Oh, I got to prove all these guys wrong."
Yeah.
Well, then he goes 3 and out.
Yeah.
It's just not good.
I mean, that's just like if you hear that from an opposing crowd, okay, you expect that. But you're in Norman, and those people are saying that. I know he could say all he wants, but I know deep down that stings.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
But
Someone get me his current interceptions right now.
Through
I got you. Hold up. He has 8 touchdowns and 3 interceptions.
I'm trying to find it. I want to know what the Oklahoma record is for interceptions thrown in a season. He's got to be on
No,
pace.
he threw one last night for sure.
Yeah.
Ah, God. I mean, they don't look good. They
this was my lock for the playoff.
Nebraska, and me too. I said they
We
were
all
a lot.
said that, I think.
Nebraska, they actually have a decent defense. West Virginia does not.
No.
They just played. They played on a high, like we talked about last week when they came off that big win against Tech. I don't know if you're an Oklahoma fan how comfortable you feel the rest of the season. Let's move on to the next game that we talked about. Blake's big time upset.
Now he's
There he
right.
is.
Number
Tell him what
9,
you are, Blake. You're
Clemson
from the
versus NC
future.
State.
Tell him.
I'm from the future.
He's from the future.
I
He's
came
from
from
the
a
future.
time machine.
College football
And I just
future,
got this
not
wrong.
NFL future.
Imagine if I would have hypothetically bet on this game.
Hypothetically,
lot of money.
hadn't heard that word in a while.
Big time.
Clemson versus NC State. Ooh, man. Clemson's offense continues to
Stagnant.
improve. Not improve. Continues to prove that if they don't have a once-in-generational quarterback behind the center, it's nothing.
I feel like an idiot. I thought DJ was going to be the star. Like I really did. And
He's the star for the other team's
looked-
defense each week.
He looks so uncomfortable. It's almost hard to watch them play offense.
He's going to end up at a Big 12 team.
That
Or Big Ten
could
team.
possibly, right there with Georgia, possibly the best defense in the country, and you were just wasting all of it.
You know, it
'Cause
reminds me of
can't
a
score.
2019 Auburn football
Yeah.
team. Offense can't score, quarterback looks uncomfortable, and you have a great defense. And that's what Clemson is. Except they were worse than I think we were that year. They can't move the ball.
Injuries are killing them, too, on defense.
Yes, big time.
when
And
teams-
Shipley, their best wide receiver, went down.
When teams play like this, it just makes you wonder about other teams. For example,
Exactly.
Auburn laid an egg this weekend, should have gotten beat, and it makes you wonder about Penn State.
Yeah.
Because that game was close, and both teams came out of that game actually feeling good.
Yeah.
You wonder about Georgia, because Georgia, they didn't score offensively, which Clemson's defense is solid, but you just wonder how good Georgia is. And when you see these teams play other teams, it just makes you wonder, how good is that win going to look in the long run?
I genuinely think Clemson has a good defense. But their offense has there's nothing you can make me think that they're good.
Let me just throw out some stats for you for their offense.
Throw your
right
stats
ahead.
out.
Their
Mr.
offense-
Back to the Future.
First downs. NC State had 31. Clemson had 10. On third downs, Clemson was 2 for 11.
That's your game
my
right
God.
there.
Yeah.
Dude, if I'm Brent Venables, I am so pissed at Tony Elliott, who's the offensive.
Yeah.
Venables is the defensive coordinator, and Tony Elliott is the offensive coordinator. You hold Georgia. You hold Georgia to 3 points. You lost 10-3, but the touchdown's on offense.
Yep.
If you hold a team to 3 points, I know as a defensive coordinator, you are sick.
Never lost.
That you did not win that.
never.
That
Should
is
never lose.
insane.
And you're pretty mad, I would say, after that game for him. But he was pretty hurt. He had some of his best players go down in that game.
Yes.
He did a post game interview, and he looked pretty hurt. I would be too if you lose to an NC State team where it's not your fault.
And
That defense had to have been gassed.
And you read-
they're out on the field. What was
I mean,
the time of possession?
That's
Do
what I
you
was
know
about to
that?
tell you.
Yeah.
Eli's going to love this.
Yes.
NC State had 41 minutes on offense to Clemson's 18.
That is
Holy,
tough.
that's the game right there.
And how many did you give up regulation? What was the score at regulation?
Regulation, it
21
was...
each.
Yeah, 21 apiece. No, 14 apiece.
No, yeah, it was 14 apiece.
14 apiece.
Yeah, because they both scored a touchdown.
Again, you have held that offense of 14 points, and you can't score more than 14 against NC State. And then, of course, the NC State kicker almost costed them
Oh,
the
my
entire game.
Blake, tell them what you did on the
I
highway.
was on the way home, and I got my phone on the steering wheel watching the game.
Parents, hope you didn't. Hope your
That's
parents aren't
safe.
listening to this.
And yeah,
I did
just
the
don't worry
same
about
thing.
it. I made it here all right. So I have my phone on the steering wheel, and I'm driving like this, and I'm like, dude, no way I'm about to get this right. He's about to make this kick.
He had no belief that this was going to be correct.
I did not. So I'm driving down home, and I'm like, all right, I'm about to win this.
He's
I'm
fired
about to win
up.
this. Misses the kick, far left. Dude, and I'm in the right lane, and I just kind of swerved to the left. Luckily, there was no car over there. And I was so mad.
Oh, my God.
I was at the point I was texting Blake during this game when they scored in overtime. I was like, they better go for 2 because this kicker's liable to miss this extra point because that was his third miss.
And that's their defense. Props to them. Impressive. You get to stop when your offense doesn't go for 2, or when your offense goes for 2 and doesn't get it.
Yeah.
That's just,
Great
I mean,
game.
when your defense is on the field for 41 minutes, dude, that is
Actually, I take back my statement. Not a great game. Good job, NC State.
Yeah.
There we go.
Blake, you could have saved us all this time and just told us this was going to happen.
Yeah, you could have.
Yeah, but I want to be the only one that got it right.
Dude, you're going to be Marty McFly over there and not tell us what's going to happen.
Hats off to Leary right there.
Yeah. Big time Leary. And here's the deal. He's put his name in the ring now. Next year, watch out. He'll be probably a top 5 quarterback taken next year. I mean, there's not great.
Yeah, it's not gonna be hard, but
Yeah,
he
it's
can
not
be
going
up
to
there.
be much. Let's go ahead. We're not really going to talk about 19 Michigan versus Rutgers. Michigan scored 20 points in the first half. I think they scored. I don't think they scored
didn't score
again.
again.
So, I
20-13
mean,
was the final.
it was really just their offense kind of stopped doing anything. Michigan has a big matchup this week versus Wisconsin. It's the big noon kickoff. Then they play Nebraska the next week. Two tough games, 2 good defenses. That's all about much they got. I think they're going to beat Wisconsin after a deflating loss to Notre Dame, which we'll cover in a minute. Let's go ahead and talk about. I got to play it again. The 2:30 game. Number 7, Texas A&M. Man, 17 points. I love it. Woo, pig, freaking
Yes,
Sue.
sir.
Arkansas, been on them.
Clay, look at me.
Here for it. Both of y'all. We didn't post his clip, but his bowl
Embarrassing.
prediction,
He said it.
blowout.
Yeah, Clay did say it
blowout.
was going to be a blowout.
Of course, I picked Fresno State to win, and they finally do. But nobody sees that one.
on a Sunday.
And then A&M wins or gets their butt kicked, and everybody sees that one. So,
Probably should.
yay, go me. Look like a freaking idiot. Dude, they suck.
KJ mother trucking Jefferson.
They are
Probably-
bad at football.
Would have been nice to know that their starter was not going to play at all.
Dude, he
How do you not know that he had played in 2 weeks?
I knew that.
He has a broken leg.
Well, I still would have. I wouldn't have said 17, but I still would have definitely thought they win this game. The athletes around him should have been enough.
Sam Pittman.
Calzada. I don't put this on him, but he ran for his life. He had a long day yesterday. He's
Bro,
still
and
feeling
Isaiah Spiller was nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, he had a decent game. He had a big,
carries for 95 yards.
Yeah, he had a decent game.
Dude, the times when the line didn't protect, he had to run. And then there were times they did protect and he chose to run. It just felt like he never stood in the pocket to make one throw. Everything was off. Timing was just terrible.
Yeah.
And shout out to Arkansas. They caused a lot of that. So
This game should have been even worse.
It should have been
Yes,
if
I
KJ
agree.
Jefferson doesn't get hurt. That's
Oh, yeah.
literally that game was about to become a blowout. That first long touchdown pass KJ Jefferson threw, I was
it
like, game,
smooth.
Beautiful.
game.
nice.
The comparison is very accurate. I don't know if he's generational like Cam was, but the comparison of him to
He
Cam
looks like
Newton,
him.
very accurate. Even some of the plays they were running. I love Art Briles. I love their coordinator. I think he was doing Kendall. Sorry,
yeah.
correct. Art was the guy who I don't love Art Briles. Sorry, he's a terrible dude. Kendall Briles. I really love Kendall
you know, you
Briles,
know.
offensive coordinator. He really schemed well. He's done it all season.
Yeah.
I think this Arkansas team, like I've said this whole time, is legit. Now they have a tough matchup.
Yeah, they got their hands full
they've
this
got
week.
Huge
probably arguably the best defense in the country this week in Athens at 11 a.m. How does
that
CBS
slide
not pull
11?
that to a 6:30 game
Yeah.
or something?
I mean, you got a big. Oh, I know what you're talking. Yeah, they
Yeah.
should be playing at least the night game on
that's
ESPN.
well, not even the night. Like pull CBS has some kind of contractual
Sometimes they
agreement.
do
They
too.
can pull it out.
Yeah.
They should have done what Bama LSU a couple years back. It was a
Yes.
2:30, then they had a 6:30.
Yes.
And then Auburn one year we played at 2:30. I think they played someone else. I think it was Bama. Ole Miss played them at the 6:30.
Yes.
They should pull. They should pull this game to 6:30. This is disrespectful. I'm gonna have to wake up even earlier now to watch this game, which I already watch game day. But I'm going to be paying attention from 11 o'clock now. And I'm here for it because I'm Lou Piggin this rest of this year.
Uh-oh.
But this is a big time. They need KJ Jefferson back. I would say
Yeah,
that is
they
a
gotta have him.
massive thing they need.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I feel like such a loser saying this because everybody's on the bandwagon. I'm still just not sold yet. I'm just not.
Oh,
not
I
yet.
agree.
If
I'm riding it with you. Put it right here.
You don't even have to win Saturday. If you fight, okay.
Yeah.
You're
And
legit.
they're playing in one of the toughest SEC environments, which is
Yes.
Athens, Georgia.
Yeah.
The plus for them is that they are not playing at night.
Honestly,
That is a big positive. You're playing at 11 a.m.
I don't mean this literally, but the way it looked, a bunch of high schools could have gone out there and competed with A&M. I mean, and that's no disrespect to Arkansas. A&M just looked. They look lost. Like
Flat,
they've never
just
played a
flat.
football
Let's
game
not
before.
say much more because Auburn still has to
How
play
about
this
Sam
season.
Pittman coming in
I-
and I mean he is like done what Jimbo has yet to do. Let's be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
Hey, but I thought they were ready. They've been more experienced, played the big game
well,
before.
they're going to beat Alabama this year. That's what he said. So
Yeah, sure enough. I'm telling you, Sam Pittman, I don't know if this is the year they make a huge leap, but he's making the program. And I'm high on him. I really enjoy him.
I
as
do
a
like
head
Sam
coach.
Pittman.
It's
I just
nice.
don't know if this is their year.
It's
yet.
nice to see
And-
these new SEC teams. Which I mean, Ole Miss has been there before, but seems
Arkansas's been there too.
We've had yes, but it's
been forever.
Arkansas has been longer than Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Ole Miss was there, and then they kind of fell off. It seems to be like they're back. Arkansas is finally back. You're seeing some of the bigger names. LSU has started to drop.
When you
but-
think the SEC West couldn't get more competitive.
And then Mississippi State, of course.
forgetting
Right
about-
there with Vandy. Right there.
Vandy, I was about
The
to say.
Spider-Man meme, we almost made it this weekend. It will be posted at some point. Vandy, Mississippi State, web shooters. All you have is cowbells.
That's tough.
Changed my mind. You're a bum.
But
Who would have thought Mike Leach would be on the hot seat?
That is
I saw that
wild.
on some reports this
yeah,
weekend.
it's just that
I'm not
offense-
saying it, but they are.
When you're a pass-heavy offense like that, I mean, come on.
Well, and here's the thing.
Run
It should have been
ball.
worse than it was. At one point, LSU was literally a mile between the nearest DB of Mississippi State to their wide receivers.
And it's like if you're going to run that kind of offense, you need, I would say, almost an elite QB, and they don't have an elite QB.
No, they do not. They haven't had one since Dak, and arguably the closest thing, Nick Fitzgerald. That's
Yeah.
that's
And
probably.
he was just a good runner. He really didn't throw the ball much.
On another note, though, even after watching this weekend, can I just point out the comparison? Chiswick 2.0 is Ed Ogeron. That is Ed
That is
Ogeron.
tough.
He is. They're not good.
Yeah, they
I mean,
beat
you
Mississippi State by
struggle.
3.
I mean, here's the deal. I don't have much confidence going into after watching this performance, Auburn. But really, let's be honest. This Auburn team should blow out this LSU team. when you're comparing talent. I don't believe it will happen, but that's what I think. In the opinion, you get where I'm coming from.
I would think that, but after
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what, in really theory, on paper, we should blow this team out. We will not. There's a reason I'm not going, and Eli is.
I'm going. So
that's a terrible decision. Terrible decision. I'm not going.
Oh, I'll be in T-Town next week though, so I'm 0-2 at Ole Miss game. So let's go. Let's make it 0-3.
I'm glad you're going.
Yeah, we'll
Good pick there.
We'll be 0-3, but I'll have a good time.
Great overall game. Score was closer than it really was, in my opinion. Arkansas looks good. You need to be healthy, and this is big for Sam Pittman, a guy who was on Kirby's staff.
Yep.
Yeah.
They hired him from Georgia, O-line coach.
Yep.
You usually don't hear that.
I'm
very excited. That's my game of the week. I'm going to go ahead and give you that already.
I think if Arkansas, just hangs in there for a little bit, I can see them, only losing by about 20. Wow. Sorry. I'm just
not
kidding.
with Georgia's offense.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
No,
that was a joke.
That was not a joke.
That was a joke. That was a
No, it
joke.
was not.
He left a good pause.
Clip it up.
That will be clipped.
Yeah,
I was joking.
No,
Hey, let me
left a
tell you
second
something.
to cut
You
it.
better be careful if the mailman steps on the
You don't
field.
see those
yeah.
Instagram comments where they're like, if they do this and this, I can see them only losing by about 30.
Yeah, but you were serious.
Too bad it's going to be clipped
But then-
right after you say that.
that little
Dude,
pause.
Maybe they will. Maybe they will.
Can we talk about something real quick on Instagram? So, Elite College Football is
Great
a
page.
big,
Shout out this guy.
shout out to them. Big time Bo Nix fan.
It's a new owner though. Did
Yeah,
y'all know
so
that?
they posted Bo Nix has been benched in everyone in the comment section. He's having fun. He's having fun. At least he had fun.
They're like, but why? He said he had fun.
He
today.
had fun. It was. I just had to bring that up when we were talking about like Instagram posts about guys being.
That's big news though. That's
we
huge
don't.
news.
I'm as an Auburn fan. I still believe Bo Nix will start.
I think he'll start.
I don't think they'll start TJ Finley in his first ever true SEC road game in LSU at Night in Death Valley. Toughest environment in college football.
Okay. We'll see. I hear that. So I'm.
Your mind will
Here's the
probably
deal, though.
change.
I feel bad because you're not going to a good LSU team.
Yeah.
Like if this was like a ranked LSU team, that environment.
But who knows? It could be a great game.
it probably will be, and we'll lose.
I mentioned this to Blake. I don't know of a fan base that's gotten to have a whiteout against their team and play in Death Valley at night in the same year. So that's going to be neat. If anything else, I have that.
It would have to be the only other team that
Alabama.
SEC, yeah.
But I looked at Alabama when they
played at
played.
Alabama.
They played at LSU at home that year.
That would have to be the only other team.
Yeah, because they always do a Big Ten opponent. So
I don't know. It was a very interesting game. Definitely the best game of the weekend. We're going to talk about this for just a second. Notre Dame versus Wisconsin.
boo. I hate Notre Dame.
I'm glad. Okay, look, I picked Wisconsin. I'm glad Notre Dame won, though, because I want Clay's pick to be true about Cincinnati.
Yeah.
This is big for the Bearcats.
Huge game.
Do
next
not
week.
do that again. Oh, my. Dude, you're giving clip material left and right here. But let's go ahead and talk about. I'm going to defend Wisconsin here. At the very end of that game, the score
It did
not,
get away
the,
from
the
them. It
score
wasn't
did
like
not
that.
reflect it. They were throwing it, and Notre Dame knew they were going to have to throw it. Yeah. But Notre Dame's defense coordinator is a smart man. I think they hired him away from Cincinnati. So that's a big time going back for him to play. Marcus
Graham Mertz.
Oh, he was bad. He was bad. Yeah.
Dude, he just could not do anything.
No, he could not. He was
This is the
awful.
story.
And their Wisconsin their defense was so good.
Wisconsin's always like
Their
that.
defense
Has Wisconsin ever been able to throw the football?
No.
Ever.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The quarterback who threw the rock for him a year ago, he threw the ball on them again this year, Jack Cohn.
Yep. It's just
Their running back's good, though. I'll give them that.
They always have a good running back.
Always good
They
running back.
always do.
Always. Tell you
But
one thing.
Head
It's in
coach
a-
made the wrong decision.
It's in a day and age that I mean, just having an elite running back, I don't think
Doesn't matter
it's good
anymore.
enough.
That was a game I just did not want to watch. I just did not want to watch it.
It was so
Wisconsin
slow.
wasn't giving me anything, and I hate Notre Dame. So it's
I
just
was
like,
impressed by Notre Dame.
turn that off.
I
was impressed.
No.
It's Notre Dame.
I mean, they're going to lose to my Bearcats this week, but
That is
Huge.
Yeah.
That
speaking of
is-
the Bearcats,
There is-
Clemson went down. That 4 spot,
Hey, can we talk
Four
about?
spot.
Yeah, okay.
4
Penn-
spots
Penn
wide
State.
open.
a long way from the
Hey,
4 spot.
no, Penn
Time out.
State,
Speaking
Oregon.
of
The
teams,
Hawkeyes.
speaking of not look teams looking not. Oh my God!
Say it.
Oh, good God. Here he comes.
Wait, Paul.
Coming
Talk about
back.
teams not looking good. The Hawkeyes.
Yes,
There it is.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, pause.
Colorado
Well, I'm just
State.
saying. No, I wasn't even going to say that. Iowa State gets beat by Baylor. That win is not that impressive.
It's
anymore.
not at all.
Eli.
Do the Hawkeyes care? No.
What is happening?
They don't care. Ask them if they care. They don't.
And you think an Indiana win is impressive?
That's
Yeah.
not impressive.
Colorado
Not at
State.
all.
How bad? is
Couldn't
that
imagine
even?
picking
10
Indiana to win the Big Ten.
Yeah, that would
Hey,
be bad.
hey, they're 4-0.
They are. They're undefeated.
That's a big
That's
butt.
all you can say.
They are. There wasn't much that was impressive about this game. That's all I got to say. College game day, please stop picking a game at 11 a.m. to be your game day.
Yes,
It's just weird for all of us.
Yeah,
it just makes it awkward.
We don't
for all.
want to watch you. We don't want to watch you
Like,
on the field.
I don't mind the 2:30 CBS game because that's actually a good little break in between game day and the game, unlike your late game. But don't pick 11 a.m.
It's awful.
Not good. By the way, has game day announced where they're going? Surely it's
They're going to
Bama.
Georgia,
No,
Arkansas.
Georgia.
Arkansas is getting
So the 11 a.m. game again.
Yes, because
Oh
it's
no! I didn't even think about that.
SEC Network, Alabama.
Yeah, we're
wins.
getting SEC now. Let's
go,
go.
baby.
SEC now.
Which
Woo!
SEC Network, I kind of like it now.
You mean SEC Nation?
We got
Yeah,
Feinbaum and Tebow.
Yeah, Feinbaum will do his episode there. You need to go down Friday. He'll do his Friday episode outside
I'm
of Denny
leaving.
Chimes.
You need to hold a sign about his hair, and he'll come up to you. He's done it every week.
nice.
Nice.
And then
Yeah.
drop
So
a
y'all
plug
have
for follow
SEC
through.
Nation.
Hey, Feinbaum, how about that follow through?
I'll tell you one thing though. I would have thought that'd been game day hands down.
Yeah.
But also on the other hand, you got two top.
I was
you got two top
disappointed.
10
I wanted to
teams.
go, and now I can't.
You've got 2 top 10
SEC
games
Nation.
this year.
I've always been a
Nobody
big.
said you couldn't go to Georgia. You can go to game day.
Yeah.
We'll have to be in the stadium for it. You can't be really at game day because they go to the field, don't they?
Yeah, if
Like
it's
on
11.
yeah.
They do.
It is. Yeah, they do in the 11 o'clock game. I
Oh.
wasn't thinking about that.
Sucks.
That does
Nobody
suck.
wants to watch that crap.
I bet you they let some. They do let some people in though.
Yeah.
So
If they didn't go to this game,
be interesting. I'm really looking forward to this week. It's going to be.
It's
It's going to be a
loaded. It
good
is a loaded
week
slate.
of college football. Even the games that don't really matter are good. So
It's conference season.
it is conference season. I'm very much so looking forward to it. Blake, Nets for the dance for the squad. Dance for the squad.
I'm good. I don't want to embarrass myself again.
So you talking about me?
What
getting
was
embarrassed?
first?
Well, because last time I said I don't want to embarrass myself.
Oh well,
So I don't
you
want to embarrass myself.
again. How would you embarrass yourself again if you haven't embarrassed yourself
Okay,
yet?
you know what
I mean, besides your Zach Wilson
The
not throwing
Mythsmonian?
interceptions. Yeah, the Mythsmonian.
I don't want to talk about that.
All right. Hot in here. Hottest takes on the interwebs. Clay Mack, what's your hot in here hot take?
I'm about to give y'all clip material. And I
This is
don't-
what I like.
I don't really. I don't
Blake's
really.
hands are.
I don't really
magic hands
like.
over there.
I like to switch up my sports and just basic life hot takes. But I don't know. It feels like sports are the main thing going on right now. So it's easiest to pick from. And I didn't mean to do this, but I kind of gave it away already. But I'm just gonna repeat it. So you can clip it twice.
Let me hear it.
Georgia is going to beat Arkansas by at least 20 points.
Wow.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
I hope I honestly hope I'm wrong, but
That will be
There
clipped.
is
So
all,
much of
all
me
my
that wants to
Razor,
agree with you.
all my Razorbacks.
Eli,
we
you
are
can
loving
go
the
ahead
hate.
and agree with him.
Love the hate.
If we didn't both just absolutely swing and miss last week, I might do that with you. But I'm not going to.
I just honestly the 11 a.m. aspect is kind of a big factor. That's hard.
I don't even think it's the 11 a.m. That plays to Arkansas's favor because they're not having to play Georgia at night. It's the KJ Jefferson factor that scares me for Arkansas.
Yeah.
It's just
20.
You remember, this is the same Georgia team that lost at
I wanna
11 a.m. to
say I
South
agree.
Carolina.
I want to
this
say I
is
agree.
not the
Athens.
same Georgia team.
You think Georgia's offense will put that much points on there?
dude? They're gonna this team's gonna be 3 and outs. They're gonna have the ball basically the whole game.
I want to agree.
Their defense is insane. I mean, you probably will get a defensive touchdown at some point. I do. I think they beat. I think they beat
The only
the crap
touchdown they
out.
scored against that Clemson.
Clay, I am so close
I
to
think they
saying
beat
I
the crap
agree.
out of them. I really do. Like
Wow.
not close.
Gus Malzahn once said that we beat the dog crap out of Georgia. It did not work out well for him.
I told y'all I'm not.
I can't do
They've
it.
been impressive, but I'm just not sold on the Hogs.
I would.
You gonna
I
be
wouldn't
sold on
mind
them
it
this
if you said
weekend.
that Georgia was going to win.
That's not
But
hot.
20
though.
points?
That's not hot though.
Yeah, that's hot and stupid. I think.
Yeah, that's 20.
I
I
can't.
could be getting clipped right now too for saying that's hot and stupid.
I would look probably around
What's your score right here?
just
40
off,
to 20.
off the top of my head. Give me like 27-7.
So, like, low scoring 20.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a low scoring game.
Yeah,
I don't know if
Georgia's
27-7
offense
is
is
hard.
awful.
agree.
Eli, just agree with him.
I agree with you.
Okay.
Let's
I
go.
agree with you. It's happening.
Say it. Say what you agree with in the camera.
Look it in the eyes.
I agree with Clay McGuire's hot take that Georgia will beat Arkansas by 20.
Clipped. That is going to be
Oh,
clipped.
Blake is having a
Yes.
well, let's still be clear if they beat them by like 18.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
but
it'll be clipped if Arkansas wins.
Okay. I can live with that.
Yeah.
Because that's not going to happen.
Here we go.
Dude, you've given him multiple clips. Like he can.
I agree, Clay.
compilate
I
this.
really do. I pondered it for like while y'all were talking, and I agree.
Okay.
Y'all both agreed on A&M. Now you're agreeing on Georgia. Against Arkansas back-to-back weeks.
Yes.
Hey, why can't we make old Zach Wilson into a video?
Yeah, that's a very good
I'll be
point.
sure to do it.
Hey, pause.
I
Can we
deserve
talk
it.
about something though for real? Arkansas wins this game. They're beating the number 2 team in the nation at their house. They're going to top 4.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Don't worry about that.
And then you
That's
have
not gonna
2
happen.
SEC West
They have
teams.
the Razorbacks in the Final Four as if they win that game.
And here's the other deal. We all thought it would have been A&M to be the second team out of the West.
A&M
Arkansas.
is so... They just made me so
Once
mad.
again, they're missing the
they
starting
were
quarterback.
disappointing.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But they also struggled against the Colorado team. So,
They were disappointing.
Blake, what's your hot take of the week?
All right, my hot take. It'll probably be agreed with. I know by at least all y'all. Some people may not. But my hot take is college football is better than NFL football.
That's a fact.
It's 100% better. And this weekend shows it, too.
Can you give us some reasons?
Well,
What is your reasoning? What do you? I mean, I agree with
college
you
football is just so
wholeheartedly.
much more exciting. Fans are more into the
I agree.
game. You like, let me just use NC State and Clemson for example. NC State beats Clemson like an upset. Okay, let's say if the Jets would have beat the Broncos today. That's not really like,
Yeah, he's got a great
Yeah, great point.
yeah, like the Broncos are still going to maybe make the playoffs.
It's not a
Um,
season-ending thing.
yes,
like
exactly.
Clemson, yeah.
Like college football is just
totally
so much
agree.
more exciting than the NFL.
I
totally agree.
Yeah, like the games have so much more
Yep.
just overall like if you lose this game, like one loss can ruin
Yeah.
your chance at a playoff.
No doubt.
I would much rather watch a college football game than an NFL football game.
I totally agree with that.
NFL does have fantasy going for it, but I mean,
Yeah, that's
It would
about
be tough to. I mean, to just sit there and watch all.
yeah,
that
like if I
fantasy.
didn't have fantasy, it would, especially when the Colts are 0-3, it would be very
I
hard.
mean, I'd watch Brady and the primetime
Yeah.
games, but
If you put a college football game on Sunday, let's just say they did it just because, and it was a good game, I would rather watch that over an NFL game.
oh, no doubt, I agree. I don't think that's hot, but I agree.
There's just
It is around the
that
world.
would be
though.
yes around the world that is unpopular
doubt.
as crap, but
No doubt.
I agree with you.
And the reason why is because college football's regional. That's the only reason why they would
Yeah.
disagree with you. I agree with you, though, Blake.
Eli,
Blake, you remember what happened Friday? You invited me to lunch. We invited you, and Dax was playing
Wait,
golf.
what?
When we went to eat lunch. You know where we went? We went to Culver's.
Oh,
Best fast food burger by far. It's not even close. It is not close.
the hot take,
Huh?
is that the hot take?
That's the hot take.
I
It's
agree
not-
with you.
There's not even one close.
Dude,
I mean, you
dude.
could argue Five Guys, but Five Guys is a $15
If you want
burger.
to say that's fast food, you could. But I
Culver's
mean,
is
if
I
you're
would
cheaper
going,
just say it's
if you're going through a window, there is no better burger. There's not even a burger close to Culver's.
Whataburger is very close.
I would say Whataburger's
I love
better.
Whataburger's burgers.
I'm taking Whataburger
Culver's,
over it.
no. Culver's is one for sure.
Culver's is very good.
I'll give Whataburger some credit, but Culver's is the best. I don't know.
Like,
I
he's
would've-
gonna say In and Out.
I would not have agreed with you like a few months ago, but dude, the
It
two
is-
times I've been,
It is. They don't
With
miss
me.
either.
it's with Blake, it's just like, oh man, I don't know. I kind of agree with you. Honestly.
Their bun is very good too.
It's all around. It is worth the
Their
drive.
buns. Love their buns.
Whoa,
I don't.
that was intentionally.
I can't even
Yeah,
think
I
that
was
counts. That's not even, it's not even
Yeah.
funny enough to count as a sus
Sorry, I'll
comment.
take the L today.
What if you take awkward silence for you?
Yeah, I'll take that.
I like that.
Okay, I don't think I've ever would have thought I would say this.
Oh gosh.
Let's hear it.
Taylor Swift's Evermore album is the best album of 2020. I said it, and I hate post 2015
Yeah, I
Taylor
thought
Swift.
you were.
What the heck
You have
happened?
totally contradicted yourself.
I was shown one song by Ishmael,
Ish.
Shout out
and
to Ish.
I started listening to it, and I really enjoy it.
But that doesn't carry her whole album and her legacy beyond.
No.
2015.
I'm saying I've listened to the album. I enjoyed Evermore. I think it's a good album.
So where do you stand on Taylor Swift now?
No, I mean, other than that, other albums I don't like, but I've enjoyed this
Because you
Evermore
put
album.
3 of your top 5 most
But
hated
but that's
songs.
not from Evermore. That's from Folklore.
No, I mean, I know.
Yeah.
It's just that's tough.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I hate those songs, and I still don't really like most post 2015 Taylor Swift, but I enjoyed Evermore because
Those
it was
aren't bad
it was a little bit of indie vibe, and that's why I can get with it. So I mean, it really wasn't super hot, but I didn't want to go sports. I really didn't have anything in sports that was just boiling my blood, but I felt like I had to kind of.
I do.
Yeah.
I had to give back to Taylor, and I had to get back.
I have a big week of hot takes on sports. I have Cincinnati and Georgia.
Yeah, you could have a really deadly week if
I can have a
Cincinnati
really
and
lethal
Georgia.
week. And
You
by the
could
way
have-
things look at it, after I went 10 for 10 on Sure Think or Shame, it's looking like a good week.
Yep.
Booyah.
If you're not following us on TikTok, go do it right now.
Clay could get clipped twice this week.
The clips are coming in. They're coming in heavy.
I expect to see a Zach Wilson clip. And
Yeah, I think that's got to be. clip.
You'll see that one.
because Blake is the
No.
clip guy.
He runs the
yeah,
TikTok.
I'll do the Zach Wilson
Zach
one.
Wilson one's
But I
not
also am working on the I'm from the future one for NC State.
oh, so you're gonna make yourself look
give yourself some
stupid,
credit.
but then you're gonna be like, oh, I'm a genius again.
I was the only one that picked him.
Okay, well, I'm still waiting on my Arkansas. Hey, they're the SEC surprise team of the year.
Is that established yet?
It's not
Is it?
established
Okay,
yet.
it's I mean,
After
so
Georgia
far,
gollywops them by 20, it won't be.
but you can't say
What
that.
is you just? What was that word?
Right here, baby.
You can't say they're not a surprise already. They knocked off A&M. They've beaten Texas by a
Do they play Ole
drum.
Miss this week? I mean, this year?
Yeah, they have to. SC West.
Well, Ole Miss will be first after this week, most likely. And then Arkansas will have to play Ole Miss for the first spot.
So you're just taking the Alabama L.
All right, we're just gonna make sure you're following
I
us.
like what you're doing. I like it.
I'm just trying to look forward to this.
All right,
I
Bammers.
like what you're doing.
Calm down, Bammers.
A little
All right, make
reverse
sure you're
psychology.
following.
By the way.
Make sure you're
Little
following us on
reverse
Instagram
psychology.
at Fall Through Show, Twitter FT Through Show, TikTok at Fall Through Show, Facebook at Fall Through.
Parents.
That's
Parents,
for your
That's parents. You can email us at followthrough.podcast@gmail.com. Make sure you're following Blake at Blake MCO2, Clay at Clay2Mac, Eli at Eli McCoy61, and me at Daxton Crow. Great week. Shout out to the Eagle Radio Group app once again, our preferred way to listen to Follow Through. Boys, any parting statements?
Y'all be sure to be thinking about me this week or tomorrow night. I have a big fantasy matchup going on right now. Be cheering for Jalen Hurts and CeeDee Lamb, please. So
Also tomorrow, I'll be cheering for Tony Pollard. Need him to do good tomorrow.
Go get you a Culver's burger. It's insane.
Let's hope that my negative 8 points from my defense doesn't screw me against Eli.
It's not going to. He's
Until
fine.
next time,
peace out.
peace out.